Good afternoon, and welcome to today's lesson on United States citizenship, your government, and you. My name is Sarah, and I'm coming from Blue Ridge Literacy. Democracy in the United States. Democracy. Democracy. 4 syllables. Democracy. The United States is a representative democracy. This means that our government is elected by citizens. This means our government is elected by citizens. Here, citizens vote for their government officials. These officials represent the citizens' ideas and concerns in the government. Voting is one way to participate in our democracy. Citizens can also contact their officials when they want to support or change a law. Our officials, for example, are the U.S. representative in your area, a U.S. senator, a local mayor or state governor, etc. Voting in an election and contacting our elected officials are 2 ways that Americans can participate in their democracy. Becoming a U.S. citizen. The process of becoming a citizen is called naturalization. Naturalization. Quite a long word. Naturalization. Naturalization. To become a U.S. citizen, you must meet certain legal requirements. You must complete an interview with a USCIS officer. You must pass an English and civics test. Then you take the oath of allegiance. This means that you promise loyalty to the United States. When you become a U.S. citizen, you also make these promises. Give up loyalty to other countries. Defend the Constitution and laws of the United States. Obey the laws of the United States. Serve in the U.S. military if needed. Do important work for the nation if needed. After you take the oath of allegiance, you are a U.S. citizen. Rights and responsibilities of citizens. Voting is one important right and responsibility of U.S. citizens. Another right of all citizens is running for federal office. Many naturalized citizens are elected to federal office. However, to be president or vice president, you must be a natural-born United States citizen. One responsibility of all citizens is to serve on a jury. This means that you can help decide the result of a court case. Only citizens can serve on a jury. Responsibilities for everyone here. Everyone in the United States has responsibilities. It is everyone's responsibility to obey laws in the United States. There are local laws in your community. There are state laws and federal laws. Here are two important federal laws. All men between 18 and 26 years old must register for selective service. This means that they are ready to serve in the military if our country needs them. Men must register for selective service even if they are not citizens. Every year, people must send in federal income tax forms by April 15th. The government uses this money for U.S. military, schools, and other programs. Federal and state laws control and protect different parts of people's lives. Our Constitution explains the powers that the federal government has when it makes laws. Federal laws are for things that must be the same for the whole country. For example, the whole country needs one system for its money. State powers are for things that can be different in each state. For example, states can have different systems for getting driver's license. So let's have a look at federal powers or federal laws and state powers, states' laws. Federal powers: to print money, to declare war, to create an army, to make treaties. These are powers that are decided for the entire country. State powers. State powers control schooling and education. So education in Virginia may be different than education in New Hampshire, for an example. Each state can choose. Provide protection through the police. Provide safety through the fire department. Getting driver's license. So we all know a driver's license in Virginia. If you move to California, eventually you will need to get a California driver's license. And lastly, approve zoning and land use. These are different powers for federal and state. Your state government. The capital of the United States is Washington, D.C. Each state and territory has its own capital. For example, we live in Virginia. Our capital is Richmond. Most state governments are similar to federal governments. Most state governments have three branches of government: executive, legislative, and judicial. The governor is in charge of the executive branch. The governor of Virginia is Ralph Northam. Let's have a look at some of the civics questions that we have covered during this lesson. Number 41. Under the Constitution, some powers belong to the federal government. What is one power of the federal government? To print money, to declare war, to create an army, to make treaties. You just choose one. Number 42. Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the states. What is one power of the states? Provide schooling and education. Provide protection through the police. Provide safety through the fire department. Give a driver's license. Approve zoning and land use. Question 43. Who is the governor of your state now? Ralph Northam. If you live in Virginia, like me, our governor is Ralph Northam. The last name will be enough. North, like the direction, and Northam. Question 44. What is the capital of your state? The capital of Virginia is Richmond. Richmond. Question 49. What is one responsibility that is only for United States citizens? Serve on a jury or vote in a federal election. Question 50. Name one right that is only for United States citizens. Vote in a federal election or run for federal office. Question 53. What is one promise you make when you become a United States citizen? Give up loyalty to other countries. Defend the Constitution and the laws of the United States. Obey the laws of the United States. Serve in the U.S. military if needed. Do important work for the nation if needed. Be loyal to the United States. Question 55. What are two ways that Americans can participate in their democracy? Vote. Join a political party. Help with a campaign. Join with a civic group. Join a community group. Give an elected official your opinion on an issue. Call senators and representatives. Publicly support or oppose an issue or policy. Run for office. Write to a newspaper. Remember, there are many options. You need to remember two. Question 56. When is the last day you can send in federal income tax forms? April 15th. And lastly, question 57. When must all men register for selective service? At age 18, between 18 and 26. That's all for today, folks. We covered a lot of information in this lesson, Your Government and You. Good luck studying and best wishes.